our National Work Zone Safety Awareness event. We're going to have a full slate of speakers today. My name's Brent Walker, and I'm with the Public Relations Division. But I wanted to start this morning by mentioning what this orange ribbon is for. This orange ribbon represents every worker who has lost their lives in a work zone. And so I'd like to begin this event with just a moment of silence in honor of those that have lost their lives in work zones. So please. Okay, thank you. Like I said, we have a full slate of speakers, and we'll end with a speaker who has a pretty good story to tell. And I'm not going to steal the Secretary's thunder, but I think you're going to enjoy hearing from him. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. It is a privilege and honor to introduce to this crowd the West Virginia Secretary of Transportation, Todd Rumbaugh.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Todd Rumbaugh, the Secretary of Transportation and Commissioner of Highways for the great state of West Virginia. And I'd like to welcome you to Work Zone Awareness Week. As many of you know, April is Work Zone Safety Month, and for 1 week each April, we get together to formally observe the occasion with those around the country and with folks gathered here who represent some of our partners. I think the wind's getting louder than I am, so please bear with me. Who represent some of our partners that you will encounter as our road construction projects begin in earnest. We have our federal highways, our contractors, our consultants, and our enforcement partners, which include the Public Service Commission, the state police, and local law enforcement. Thank you all for being here. And all across the state, and even across the country, men and women will be working outside on the roads and bridges very closely beside vehicles who are asked to reduce their speed with flashing lights and threats of fines. While many of them take notice, many more do not, often leading to tragic outcomes. That's why, as we observe Work Zone Awareness Week, it is crucial to reflect on the serious risks faced by both workers and drivers as road construction begins. In West Virginia alone, there were 786 work zone crashes reported last year that involved nearly 1,500 vehicles, leading to 263 injuries, and one of those survivors you'll get to hear from a little bit later. And sadly, 7 tragic fatalities, the most recent just last week on the turnpike. In most cases, these tragedies were avoidable. These astonishing numbers serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of slowing down, staying alert, and obeying signage when driving through work zones. Every cone, every sign, and every barrier is in place to protect lives, both those working on the roads and drivers passing through. It is important that we not only raise awareness today, but every day. As I have mentioned recently, we cannot wait until each April and use our clever phrases and wear orange for a week or a month. It must turn into a behavior and an everyday mindset. We must slow down in work zones. Please, Let's work together to keep West Virginia's roads safe so workers and drivers can go home to their family. Thank you. An important partner in our awareness efforts and in all things transportation is the Federal Highway Administration. And I am pleased to call up John Rogers, the Deputy Division Administrator for the West Virginia Division of FHWA.
I'd like to thank Secretary Rumbaugh for inviting us here today to speak on behalf of Work Zone Awareness. And I'd like to thank everybody for the kind introduction. And I'd like to acknowledge Captain Goldie, Mr. Jason Pizzatelli, and Secretary Rumbaugh before I start my speech today. On behalf of the U.S. Department of Transportation and U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and the Federal Highway Administration, I'd like to thank West Virginia Department of Highways for organizing this Work Zone Awareness Week event. Also, I'd like to thank the Contractors Association of West Virginia, American Traffic Safety Services Association, the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials, the American Road and Transportation Builders Association, everyone else for joining us to support this National Work Zone Awareness Week. The national theme this year is, for National Work Zone Awareness, is respect the zone so we can all get home. I can't think of a better slogan to encourage drivers and other travelers to work with us to improve work zone safety and roadway safety in general. Our mission at Federal Highways is to improve safety and mobility on our nation's highways through national leadership and innovation and program delivery. Safety will always be our #1 priority, and we are losing more than 100 Americans a day on our U.S. roads. So I just want to have this opportunity to inform roadway users to keep our work zones safe and those working in the work zones by just driving in a safe manner in general. And one great way to enhance work zone safety is by avoiding distractions. Put down your phone, pay attention. Make sure that you're ready for lane shifts and narrow road lanes and sudden stops. Speed is another significant factor. Drivers obey the posted speed limits. That helps a lot. So, and also giving large vehicles a safe amount of distance helps out a lot. And also looking out for pedestrians, cyclists, and highway workers. Finally, follow the detours, obey the signs, and in and around work zones, and even avoiding work zones when possible, so we can keep everyone safe. Highway workers are some of the most essential, intelligent, and at-risk professionals in the U.S. FHWA is committed to raising awareness not just in National Work Zone Awareness Week, but also throughout the year. Just to echo Secretary Rumbaugh, this shouldn't just be a month, this shouldn't just be a week, this should be all year. So as construction season ramps up, we should all encourage drivers to slow down, stay alert, help us to protect the unsung heroes who work to build and maintain our roadways. FHWA is honored to participate in the 2025 Work Zone Awareness Week. We look forward to continuing to work throughout the year to make work zones and our roadways safe and whole. So remember, respect the zone so we can all get home. Together we can ensure the U.S. transportation system remains great, and also the great state of West Virginia remains great. I'd like to thank you. That's all.
Thanks, John. Next, I mentioned the men and women working on, around, and beside the roadways. They are our contracting stakeholders. And I'd like to introduce the Chief Executive Officer for the West Virginia Contractors Association, Jason Pizzatelli.
Thank you, Secretary. And to our partners in the Federal Highway Administration, the State Police, the Public Service Commission, local law enforcement agencies, and to the traveling public, on behalf of the almost 500 member companies of the Contractors Association of West Virginia and the 22,000 employees that they represent all across West Virginia, thank you for your dedication to work zone safety as we kick off another construction season. We highlight this season and this Work Zone Safety Week while still with heavy hearts over the loss of James Harper of Beckley on the West Virginia Turnpike last week, and over the loss of one of our members, Kathy Ruth of Mount Hope, last year on US 340 in senseless work zone accidents. James and Kathy were fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles who put their lives at risk every day to improve the infrastructure for the benefit of all West Virginians. And our ask is pretty simple, and that is to slow down, obey the posted work zone speed limit, don't drive distracted, and always stay alert so that we can do our part to ensure that these men and women get home from work safely to their families. We hope that motorists who are tempted to speed or drive distracted through a work zone remember that these work zones are someone's job site. It's where they make a living. That text, that Facebook message, or that post on X can wait until later. It's not worth taking someone's life or jeopardizing your own. And so the members of CAWV thank everyone who's here today to promote Work Zone Safety Awareness Week and Work Zone Safety Awareness Month of April. Your efforts will help protect the men and women who are out there building a better West Virginia, and let's all work together to make 2025 the best year yet and the safest year yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Another valued ally to is our consulting engineering community. Mike Clauser has long been a trusted advisor, and I'd like to ask that he come up and speak on the importance of work zone safety.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. My name is Mike Clauser. Today, I'm here representing the American Council of Engineering Companies of West Virginia. Our members design the roads and the bridges that people travel on every day. And one of the major design elements that our members work on is safety through the work zone. And as such, for our men and women of our member companies, they are out there with the men and women of the Department of Highways inspecting the projects. They're there with the men and women of the Contractors Association who are building the projects. And as Jason mentioned, this is their office. All of us go to an office, all of us go to a place of work, all of us go to a facility. For the men and women in the construction industry, their work zone is with trucks and cars going 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, just inches and feet from them every day. I've had the honor of being in the construction industry for a little over 45 years now. I've been very proud of that, but on a personal note, I'm equally as proud that my nephew, an MBA graduate from West Virginia University, has decided to make his career in the construction industry. And he is a great individual, very energetic and very enthusiastic about building highways in West Virginia. And last week, when we heard the news that there had been an accident and a fatality on the turnpike, my immediate reaction was my nephew is working at the Shillian Bridge project right near the toll booth. And I can only imagine, with the personal feelings that you have when you have a family member in that situation, I can't even begin, I must say, to imagine what the parents of James Harper and his family are dealing with. I've been able to participate in, I think this is the 25th year, maybe, Mr. Secretary, of Work Zone Safety Week. I've had the ability to participate in most of those, but in all those times, I've never had it on such a personal level, dealing with family members who are on the job site, who are working to build and maintain our roads and bridges. So as you've heard from many speakers today, It's very simple. All you have to do is slow down. All you have to do is put your cell phones down. All you have to do is follow the designs that have been made to make sure that there is a safe flow of traffic through the work zone today, and everyone will get home safe and everyone will get back to their families. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. I'd like to now call on the Governor's Highway Safety Representative, our own DMV Commissioner, Everett Frazier.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today and taking the time to focus on an issue that affects every single person who drives on our roads. The safety of our work zones and the critical problem of distracted driving. Here in West Virginia, we pride ourselves on a sense of community. We know our neighbors. We help each other. And we look out for one another, especially when someone's life is on the line. Our road workers are not just construction crews. They are our brothers, sisters, parents, and friends. They work hard every day, often in dangerous conditions, to make our roads safer, smoother, and stronger for everyone. But that safety becomes meaningless if we, the drivers, don't do our part. Distracted driving in work zones isn't just reckless, it's deadly. 1 second of looking at your phone, fiddling with your radio, or being mentally somewhere else is all that it takes to change a life forever. And not only that individual's life, but it would change your life forever as well. Every cone, every sign, every orange vest, in some cases green vest, represents someone's life. And they're counting on us to pay attention. We've all seen the statistics, we've all heard the stories, and too many families in West Virginia have faced heartbreak because of one bad decision behind the wheel. That's one too many. We owe it to our workers and to ourselves to slow down, stay alert, and stay off the phone in work zones, because those work zone signs ahead, that's not just a suggestion. It's a plea to value life over convenience. We've all heard it before. Take me home, country roads. But let's remember, those country roads can only take us home safely if we respect them and the people working on them. Every work zone is a sign that progress is being made. Let's not be distracted and make it to where we're driving not in a work zone, but something that winds up being a memorial for someone's life. So today, I ask each one of you to recommit to safe driving Talk to your kids, those new drivers. Talk to your co-workers, your family. We have to lead by example together. We can build a culture where protecting lives is more important than sending a text or shaving off 2 minutes from your commute. Let's make sure West Virginia roads lead not just to home, but to a future where everyone can get there safely. Thank you.
Thanks, Everett. Next, our dedicated men and women in law enforcement, the West Virginia State Police, who serve and protect every day with unwavering commitment, and who you may encounter should you choose not to obey work zone safety. With us is Sergeant Walter.
Good morning. My name is Sergeant Greg Walter, and as the Deputy Director of Traffic Records with the West Virginia State Police, I am honored to speak to you today about the critical importance of work zone safety and traffic enforcement. Every day, the dedicated men and women of the West Virginia Department of Highways work tirelessly to improve and maintain our state's diverse network of roadways. With over 38,000 miles of public roadways, the DOH faces the monumental task of ensuring safe and efficient travel for all. This effort is particularly visible in work zones where road construction and maintenance activities are carried out year-round. Work zones are essential for upkeep and enhancement of our infrastructure, but they also present unique challenges and hazards. It is imperative that we, as drivers, recognize the responsibility we hold and in ensuring the safety of these work zones. The simple act of slowing down, eliminating distractions, and paying close attention can make a significant difference. Remember, the lives of our workers depend on our vigilance. Recently, we experienced a tragic incident that underscores the importance of work zone safety. A DOH worker was struck and killed by a vehicle on Interstate 77. This heartbreaking event serves as a stark reminder of the dangers faced by those who work on our roads. It is our duty to protect them by driving responsibly. Speeding, distracted driving, and reckless behavior are major contributors to work zone incidents. By adhering to traffic laws and regulations, we can significantly reduce the risk of accidents and fatalities. I urge each and every one of you to take this message to heart. Slow down, stay alert, and drive safely in work zones. Your actions can save lives. Let us all commit to making the roads safer for workers who dedicate their lives to maintaining them. As we move forward, let's remember that work zone safety and traffic enforcement are not just the responsibility of highway workers and law enforcement. They are a shared responsibility that requires the cooperation and commitment of every driver on the road. By working together, we can ensure that our roads are safe for all who travel them. Thank you for your attention, and let's continue to prioritize safety in the journey we undertake. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Walter. In January, as some of you may recall, along a road in Mason County, Randall Randolph was struck by a pickup truck while completing an emergency pothole repair. Fortunately for him and for us, he is here today to talk about it. Randall, please come on up.
You know, I've heard a lot of strong words today. I want
want to thank everybody that works in DOH, because we're all family. And it's the thing that, people don't understand while they're driving through a work zone. A lot of great words I've heard from a lot of great people over here. A work zone is temporary, but what you do in that work zone can last forever. I might be here today, but what I have had done to me by negligence in a work zone is going to last and impact me the rest of my life and my kids. But as a dad, I got to keep going strong, because it's not just my kids looking at me, but you all too. Never give up. I want to think of all the DOH workers for the support they gave me, and the management and everybody, state police and everybody. I just want to thank everybody for the support, because their prayers are what kept me here and what keeps me going. Thank you.
That concludes our Work Zone Safety Awareness event. Boy, it's loud and clear. You can see some tips, if you'd like, about just things to remember in a work zone. There are also some back there, but it was just as Secretary Rumball had mentioned. We can come up with all the clever phrases we'd like. And we can wear orange for a day or a week or even a month, but we need to live these things every day. We have people in work zones. Thank you all for coming. For the media and for our speakers, if you could just hang around just a second and let our media have their interviews. We appreciate everybody coming, and please, let's be safe in work zones. By the way, we talk about putting phones down when you're driving. It's illegal to have them anyway. So let's remember all of those things, and let's help our workers get home to their families. Thank you all very much.